Sonnet 84 by William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. Who is it that says most? Which can say more than this rich phrase, that you alone are you? In whose confine immured is the store, which should example where your equal grew. Lean penury within that pen doth dwell, that to his subject lends not some small glory. But he that writes of you, if he can tell that you are you, so dignifies his story. Let him but copy what in you is writ, not making worse what nature made so clear, and such a counterpart shall fame his wit, making his style admired everywhere. You to your beauteous blessings add a curse, being fond on praise, which makes your praises worse. Okay, this is another of the rival poet sonnets. This is a sonnet which is written to the fair youth, the young man that Shakespeare is in love with. And it's talking about this idea of describing the fair youth exactly as he is, and this being the best way to do it, because the youth is so beautiful that florid, overblown metaphors are not the right way to do it. And there's this argument between whether a good plain simple explanation is better, or some more high flown thing with similes, something that's got florid language. And I am certain here that the fair youth has complained to Shakespeare. He said, you don't use these wonderful metaphors that everyone else, that the other poet or the other poets use about me. You only just write plain language. And Shakespeare is justifying himself. He's saying why, and why this is better, and that only a poor poet will use extreme language and extreme metaphors to describe the youth, when all that's necessary is just saying you are you and you are beautiful. So who is it that says most? Yeah, which style is better? They're arguing about style. Which can say more than this rich praise? So which of the poets can say more than these words of praise? That you alone are you. So you are only you. And as you are beautiful, as you're fantastic, the best praise in the world is saying that you are you, and nothing more is necessary. In whose confine immured is the store, which should example where your equal grew. So the beauty it's stored inside you is enough, that the all of the beauty stored inside him is original, and there is nothing in this world, or nothing that you can compare with the fair youth. And you are the perfect example. There is nothing which is an example of you. So metaphors are not valid when it comes to describing you or talking about you. Lean penury within that pen doth dwell, that to his subject lends not some small glory. So lean penury is not having a penny to your name, being broke, yeah, but lean penury within that pen doth dwell. So the pen, the writer who that his subject lends not some small glory, a writer who is not able to to lend some glory to the fair youth, who's not able to write about you in complimentary terms, who is unable to make you look good, is a bad writer. Yeah. So lean penury within that pen doth dwell. It's a poor poet who can't add some small glory, add beauty to his subject. But he that writes of you, if he can tell that you are you, so dignifies his story. So any poet can make something look better using good words. But if somebody is writing about you, then the best thing to say is that you are you. And that's the way to be a good poet. This is good poetry, because there is nothing more dignified, more beautiful than the youth. And the best way for a poet to describe this is describing the youth as he is. Let him but copy what in you is writ. So let the poet copy what is in you, copy your beauty, because if the poet can copy you, then he's going to be a great poet. Not making worse what nature made so clear. So if the poet decreases the value of your beauty, then this is not good poetry. And such a counterpart shall fame his wit. And the writer's making his style admired everywhere. So the style of of poetry that just describes the youth as he copies the youth, that is the poetry that's going to be of the highest praise. This is going to be the best poetry. And it, by making high-blown comparisons and using huge flowing words and big scenes, this only makes you less beautiful. And the way to write about you perfectly is to write about the youth, not to add anything new, not to take anything away. Because if the poet tries to add something new, that itself will take away from the beauty of the fair youth. You, to your beauteous blessings, add a curse. And here's the little twist. Shakespeare says, you to your beauteous blessings add a curse. So you're beautiful, you're incredibly beautiful, but you've got one flaw. There's one flaw in your character. Being fond on praise, which makes your praises worse. You like being praised, you are vain. You enjoy being praised. And this makes the praises that the other writers, the other poets use, makes them less. I think also you could interpret this last bit, which takes away from your character, which is this is a black mark on your character. And your desire, your fondness for praise pushes poets to write things, to write comparisons and metaphors and similes about the sun and the moon and the stars and flowers, and this only makes you worse, because you are you, and your beauty is the beautiful, is beauty itself. So anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 84 by William Shakespeare.